Hello, my name is Jay Calenad. I am the author of Relics of Hyrule. Relics of Hyrule, if you're not aware, is a very large Zelda mod for Skyrim. Um, and it's not an easy mod, to say the least. And in the years since it was released and as it's evolved over time, one thing has remained sort of constant about Relics of Hyrule, and that is it is difficult. And not in the sense of here's a giant dragon, he's going to make it really hard for you to live, in the sense of you don't have all the information that you need. Sometimes people will ask, why is that? Why is the mod so hard? Why is there so little guidance? I'm here to explain why that is. So here's why that is. Relics of Hyrule is designed to be a Zelda mod. And by that I mean it's taking inspiration from the original Legend of Zelda. It's also taking inspiration from the older Zelda games, and actually really Zelda in general. Relics of Hyrule is a Zelda mod. Skyrim has a quest system. Legend of Zelda doesn't really have a quest system. Breath of the Wild kind of did, but even in Breath of the Wild doesn't tell you all the food recipes right away. There's no recipe book for Breath of the Wild, unless there is and I just don't know about it. The original Legend of Zelda just plopped you into the world, gave you no information, and it was up to you to figure it out, and it encouraged you to talk to your friends and see what they had discovered. That's how it was designed. That's how most Zelda games sort of are by nature. Navi in Ocarina of Time gives you information, but she doesn't really tell you exactly where everything is. That's how Relics of Hyrule is designed. There's some information, but you have to find it yourself. Relics of Hyrule, the name, is not just me throwing words together. Relics of Hyrule. Artifacts. It's archaeology. You don't have all the answers right away. You need to piece them together. Relics of Hyrule is built with sort of 4 tenets, or pillars, if you will. One is exploration, so encouraging you to explore Skyrim and find things that you weren't expecting in places that you know really well. Going along with that is Rediscovery. Rediscovering Skyrim. Breathing new life into this game that is quite old and people have played over and over and over. A lot of mods will add quests and add new content that takes you away from Skyrim. But with Relics of Hyrule, I wanted people to play Skyrim normally and then find things in places that they weren't expecting. Things in places that they've already been. Another pillar of Relics of Hyrule is experimentation. You don't have all the answers, you don't have all the recipes. Oh my. You don't have all the answers, you don't have all the recipes. So it's up to you to sort of piece things together. Experiment, see what works, what doesn't work. Find the hints that are sort of scattered throughout and make use of them. And then finally is strategy. That's another tenet of Relics of Hyrule. Ooh, it's raining. Strategy. There are enemies that you'll encounter, usually bosses, that are kind of strong. And you'll have to figure out different ways, different tools to use to defeat them. There's always a way to do it as long as you have the right tools. Sometimes you'll encounter a dungeon that requires a very specific item, and you can't go any further unless you have that item. Once again, very much like Legend of Zelda. Relics of Hyrule is a Zelda mod all the way through, and it's not meant to be easy. It's not meant to be straightforward. It's meant to encourage you to take a winding path through a game that, to be honest, not obvious where everything is. There's the quest, there's the main quest, which guides you from point to point, but the game does not tell you where all the Daedric princes are. You have to find that for yourself. The game doesn't tell you exactly where you need to go to start the Thieves Guild. It doesn't tell you exactly where you need to go to find Dawnbreaker or any of the other artifacts. There are hidden things throughout Skyrim. The main quest walks you through it, but there's some other things that you just need to discover for yourself, and that's how Relics of Hyrule is built. So hopefully that clears up some information, clears up some questions that people have had. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact me on the Nexus. I won't be able to respond very quickly on YouTube. Or you can check out the Relics of Hyrule Discord, which is linked to on the mod page. So thank you very much for watching, and enjoy!